KITV4, more local news at 6 starts now.
Some big questions tonight about security at Iolani Palace after a damaging break-in. Good evening, I'm Yanji Denise.
And I'm Paula Akana. An original glass window, more than 130 years old, destroyed. And vandalism at the palace, it's rare but not unheard of. Still, security is not likely to change much. It's our top story at 6.
A boarded-up door on the front of Iolani Palace, a very visible reminder of a palace break-in over the weekend. This is how things looked around 8:30 Sunday morning after a couple allegedly kicked in the 130-year-old glass. The tint on the window kept the glass from falling, but the door popped open.
The fact that our 3 guards were on this immediately once the front door was breached, the alarm sounded, and they followed their emergency procedures and isolated the couple very quickly and got them out of the palace as soon as possible.
On an adjacent door, you can faintly see what palace officials believe is one of the suspects' footprints. They believe one of them had tried to kick in this window first, but it didn't break. That's because it was replaced 30 years ago in a previous act of vandalism. Diabachu says the security we see today is a result of that 1984 incident, and he says there's not much more they can do.
It's a fine balance between community access, right, and preservation. Other than that, we can't put bars on the window. It just wouldn't look like Iolani Palace, and that's not what King Kalakaua wanted.
Palace curator Heather Diamond is now on the hunt to find the right replacement. In 1984, an international search took nearly 4 years.
It took a very long time to find the right kind of glass, the right color. The glass, as you know, was crystal. It was a very high lead content, and so this original glass is not easy to find.
Luckily, former curator Jim Bartels kept a detailed record of that search. Diamond found 2 companies who were instrumental.
But I've found out that both of the companies are still in existence, but we need to go back and see if the craftsmen are still around. That's a very long time, and whether or not that particular technique has been passed down.
Now, palace officials will also be re-examining the 130-year-old locks on the doors. Now, they have no idea how much it will cost to replace the glass. The cost was about $13,000 30 years ago. And police arrested 2 people in connection with the case. Ko Ali'i Keaulana and Drew Pa'ahao were charged with outstanding warrants in connections with other cases and released pending further investigation in the Iolani Palace vandalism case.